I've got another box of pennies. It's a thin box, but it's extremely heavy because there's supposed to be 1100 pennies in there. I'm going to try and cut a lid, so if I don't damage anything, but probably the easiest way to get at them. Oops. Are they loose? They're loose. They're all loose again. Oh, look at that one. Oh my god. There's a shiny one there. I hope that's not a 67. There's supposed to be no 67s. Ah, 66. Lovely. Okay, let's hide them. Push them over there out the way. Like that. Because I need to get my boards down. There we go. It starts at 1860 to 1965 there. And I've got another little row there for any foreign coins. 66 on the end. Someone said in the comments that my boards are fading. I think they are. I need to get them reprinted, I think. So we'll leave those there. I don't want to see what's coming out of there until you do. So we'll line that up there. Let's put that 66 down there first, because that's the first one I got out. First one we looked at anyway. And let's grab some more. Okay, the very first handful. And it's a Victoria. First coin is a Victoria. 1896. Not the best condition. Not the easiest to find in the best condition, to be honest. 1896. Right, there's George V, 1919. It's not a mint mark on there, is it? No, sadly not. Looking for H or KN mint marks. Alright, what we got here? 1900. Again, not the best condition. Another Victoria. There's Edward the 7th, Victoria's son. 1909. Now, 1909, you're looking for a little dot by the N. A little dot, a little full stop next to the N. There's something up there, but it's not quite in the right place. Very worn anyway. George V again. 1920 this time. Is a very rare version of the 1920 to look for. I made a video on that. And it is very rare. 65. Oh, what we got here? Australia. Commonwealth of Australia, 1927. That's not bad. I find a lot of these in these hunts because they are exactly the same size as a penny. It's a British penny. And I remember finding Australian coins in circulation years ago. King George V. Right, there's George V again. That's a British one. 1930. What we got here? 1913. 14. There's a George VI. 1938. King George VI. Right, 1920 again. There's another 1919, but again you can see there's no mint mark on that one. Victoria. 1897. 1897, you can find a little dot between the O and the N. Little full stop, little error, but very collectible, and sadly that's not one. There's Edward the 7th, 1908 this time. George V, 1930. We've got 1930. Can't remember. 1936. There's a 1900, but pretty worn. Very worn for a 1900. Victoria. George V, 1936 again. Well, there's an old Victoria. A young head. 72. Yeah, 1872. Terrible condition, but it's an old one. There's a 1905. That might have been cleaned in the past. Oh yeah, definitely. But as we haven't got a 1905 yet, we can go on the board. Right, two more. 1962. And the last one is another 1936. Now this batch of pennies here cost me £66, which is 1100, so I don't suppose that's too bad. And thank you to my members who helped pay for that. It's much appreciated. I'll get this first lot down on the board, and while I do that, I'll scroll through my current channel members. That's got them on the board. Thank you very much, members. If you want to become a member of the channel, it's only 99 pence a month. All you've got to do is click on that join button. Much appreciated. Subscribe. Mustn't forget the Australian one. Put that up there. Next handful. Right, there he is, King George VI. 1938 again. Victoria. 1896, the 1913, there's an old one. 1888, Jack the Ripper coin. There's 88, let me just have a closer look. Yep, 1888. 1934, George V. There's Edward VII. 1907. Is that dirty enough for the dirty mug? Yeah. This is my mug where I put all my dirty coins. Makamula. If you haven't subscribed to Makamula, go and do that now. Link below. I put all my dirty coins in there. Loads in there. I've got farthings, strictly bits, pennies, halfpennies, anything dirty I put in there. I don't like cleaning coins, but apparently a lot of people do. So when that's full, I'll do a draw and we'll give it away, but it's going to be quite a while before I fill that up. So that one can go in there. That's the first one of this hunt. Right, there's George V, 1912, and that's got an H mint mark on there. It's the most common of the George V heat and mint marks, and 1912. I tend to find more on those than I do without the mint mark. Right, 1936. There's 1914. Ooh, that's got to be a jersey. Find lots of jersey coins in these hunts. 1066 to 1966. 900 years commemorating the Battle of Hastings. 1/12 of a shilling. Nice condition as well, that one. There's a 1918, but there's no mint mark on there. It's damaged, isn't it? 1917. I haven't got a 17 yet. I'll put that on the board, but it's a very common one. We're bound to get a better one than that. Right, George V again. Another 1936. That might have been shined up a bit. Oh, 1912. It's got an H mint mark. It's been polished in the past. Don't like that. That can go in the dirty mug. Oh, there's a 1912 with an H mint mark. And that's in better condition. So that's one going on the board. It's a nice condition for 1912. A little bit of a mark up there, but not too bad. Another shiny one, another 1966. Right, 1938 again. Oh, 1949. Relatively low minted compared to all the others anyway, but don't usually find them too regularly. There's a 1962, and that's going in the dirty mug. There it is. 1928. I don't think we found one of those yet. Another 66. And the last one in this handful is a 1921. A bit of damage, but I don't think we've got a 21 yet either. I just noticed I knocked the 1896 off. Put it back there. Right, so we've got 1912 with the H mint mark. That's the best condition one. Just go. Then there's a 17. Bound to find a better one than that. 1934. 1928 is there. Okay, 1949. Nice to find one of those early. Now I've got a 1918. I'll put that one down already, haven't I? 1888 and 1921. That's a bit battered, but we're bound to find a better one than that. And the Jersey one I'll put down there. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is my Whitman albums. Anything I haven't got in there or an upgrade will go in there first. And what's in these albums here is just from these hunts. Alright, next handful. Right. Edward the 7th. 1907. Don't think we've got an 07 yet. There's a 1913. Oh, there's a halfpenny. 1951 halfpenny. George VI. First one of those. There's a 1931. Bad condition. 1900. Oh, that's better than the 1900 on the board. Actually read everything on there quite clearly. So I'll change that. 34. And 1906, another one we need for the board. 1936, another 36, another 1906. Yeah, that's not as good though. There's a 1912, no mint mark on that, so that can go on the board as well, but terrible condition. 1919, and there's no mint mark on it. 1920, 1918, no mint mark. There's another Victoria. 1862, terrible condition. There's a few different 1862s to look out for. I'm going to make a video on that, so watch out for that one. Errors and anomalies. 1930. There's another Victoria. 1881 with an H mint mark. Yeah, the H mint mark for Heaton. They were made at the Heaton Works and the Royal Mint that year, 1881. I think the one without the H is slightly harder to find, if I remember correctly. Right. 1921, that's better than the 1921 down there, so I'll replace that. 1920, that might be a better condition. 1920 as well. Let's check it's not the ultra rare one. No. Alright, 1897. Now I've got a little dot. Oh, let me give that clean, a bit of muck on there. No, I was hoping there was going to be a little dot lurking underneath that bit of muck, but no, sadly not. Let me put an image up there of what you're looking for. There we go, that's what you need to find. A little full stop like that in the middle. Also, look at the tide level. It's a low tide, which is common for 1897, but you can find some with a high tide level, where the sea water level is where Britannia's legs cross, but this is well below, so that's a common one. Another Victoria. Funny eye. 1893. That's another one. A few Victorias so far. A 1914. Two more. There's a 1912. That's not bad condition, is it? It's got a mint mark. Oh, no mint mark either. No mint mark. 1912. A few patches of a little bit of corrosion. It might have been in water for some time. Bad condition though. Right, last one in this handful is a 1939. Okay, let's get these down. 1893. Right, 1921 is definitely better than that one. So I'll swap that. What else have we got here? 1939. 1862. Up there. Right, what else? 1936. I think that's a much better than that one, so I'll upgrade that as well. Now we've got a 1906. 1900. I said that was better as well, didn't I? So let's swap that. It definitely is. Right, what else? 1931. Down there. We got a 1907. Doing too badly, actually. And what's this last one in my hand? That's a 1912. Hang on a minute, I got a better 1912. Let me just check my book. Yeah, the 1912 I've got in my Whitman album's not too bad. So I won't swap it. I'll put that one down on the board. There we go. And I've just checked the 1881H, and mine's slightly better than that, so I can put that down as well. And put that 1951 halfpenny down there. How long have I been going? 16 minutes. Oh, we'll do another handful. Alright. George V. 36? Yeah, 36. Such a common coin, 36. There's a 1945. You can find a double strike on the 9 on the 1945, but that doesn't look like one to me. That's just a common one, but we haven't got a 45 yet. Okay, 1921. 1918. No mint mark. 63. We've got 63 yet. Not too bad. Another 36. 1921. What the hell is that? I don't see anything on that at all, but I can tell straight away that is heavy. Let's see the size of it. It's exactly the same size as a penny, but it's much heavier. Let me weigh that. Right, let's weigh that penny first. 9 grams, and I'll weigh this one. 13 grams. Big difference. If it was made of solid copper, it would be heavier, so it's probably made of copper. Oh, let me just check it with a magnet, make sure it's not a lump of iron. No, definitely not magnetic. Now, if it was an old copper penny, it would be much bigger than this, and the old copper halfpenny would be slightly smaller, so don't know what that could be. Probably a foreign coin, token or something like that. Don't know. Let's carry on. There's George V. Another 1936. 1893. Oh, that's not bad, is it? I've got an 1893 though. But that's definitely better condition than the one I found earlier. So that's an upgrade already for that one. That's not bad at all, is it? 1912. I think that's an H mint mark on there, is it? Certainly is. It's not as good as the one we got though. Well, that's just a bit of dirt that came off. Edward the 7th, another 1907. That could be a slight upgrade. Is the one on the board? 1904, another Edward the 7th. We haven't got a 1904 yet. Elizabeth, 62. We've got that. 1914. 1921, 1910, another 1920, Victoria, another 1896. It's probably slightly better condition. You can actually read all the writing on an 1896 penny, which is quite rare. I'll put that down, I'll swap that. 66, and there's a 1919 with no mint mark. Okay, 1963. We've got that 1945. I found that one. What else was it? 1896. Definitely an improvement on that one. We'll swap that. That. 1910. Another new date. 1907, that was better as well, so I'll swap the 07. And that 1893, look at that, much better. Swap that. And what was this other one? A 1904. And that, I've no idea what it is, but I'll put it down there and the winner can have a look and study it if they want to. Please hit that like button. I think that's going to do it for this video. My favourite find is the 1893 penny. That's in quite nice condition. Also the 1912. You rarely find a 1912 in that condition. That oddment there, quite interesting, or not. And the 1927 Australian penny. I like that as well. Okay everyone, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks again to my members and thanks to everyone who sent me a super thanks. I've thanked you already, but you know who you are. Right, see ya. How many times did I miss the 1918? That's about the best one I found, so that can go there.